Welcome back, guys, to Communication. I'm Todd Crum. Last week we talked about miracles. I did a demonstration and turning on a light, showing that light cancels out dark, showing that the power of God is more powerful than the power of evil. That what Jesus did on the cross, I believe, truly, truly did everything that had to be done to cancel out the dark to get rid of the evil. Now, we live in a world that there is still evil out there, but Jesus gave us a way that someday when we die, that the life to come afterward, and even on life now, that, you know, it doesn't have to be so dark. And someday there won't be no dark. We saw that in Revelations. Today I'm going to talk about a little bit more about miracles. I'm down here at my newly built tiki bar. I guess some Christians are probably maybe shutting off the show right now. Do I believe in drinking? As long as you don't go too far with it. Everything in moderation. So with communion and communication, go ahead and have a little communion today. And thank God for the blood that He shed for me on the cross. Today I'm going to talk about miracles again also. I'm going to talk about the first miracle that Jesus performed. And I'm able to actually perform the same miracle, but not as quick. What He did in a few minutes, it takes me a couple months. And I doubt my wine tastes as good as what His did, but it's pretty cool to be able to do something that Jesus did. Like I said, it might take me a little longer though. So, to God be the glory. Homemade wine. Good stuff. So, I'd say, as you can see, I believe that it's okay to drink. Um, Everything's done in moderation. You can overindulge in anything in life, whether it be a hobby, simply could be work. There's a lot of families out there that maybe the parents just work too much, and family time's lacking. It says to lead or live a simple life. That's what I try to do. I try to less complicate my life to make it more peaceful. So, we see that Jesus' first miracle was turning water into wine. Now, why was that His first miracle? There's many different speculations of why that might have been. I really don't know. I don't know if it was just kind of the right time, right place, right time situation, or he didn't want to dishonor his mom or his mom be dishonored, Mary. So I don't know. But we know Jesus. He went and talked to the drunkards and all these bad people, and there's some theologies out there that say you shouldn't drink. I ain't gonna say drinking, for some people, it is a trigger. It is something that they can't do because they don't know how to moderate it. Like I said, that could be many different things. That can be, bad things on the internet. We all have our vices that we try to, you know, keep on a leash and not let it get completely out of control. And it's everybody's battle. Everybody has a different battle. Um, I really think, when you really get down to it, everybody has a battle that they're battling. We don't. Some people, it's just more noticeable than others. Um, and some people are more open with it. Uh, as Christians or Christian people, I don't even know if people call me a Christian anymore. I don't even know if it's not about the title for me. It's about truly knowing who God is, and I tend not to judge people anymore. And the way I kind of see and understand the Bible now, that need for me to have to judge my fellow Christian because I don't think they're living the Christian theology that they should be living, that's went out the door a long time ago, or window. When you truly give God all the power and you realize that through God all things are possible, that burden of having to judge your brothers and sisters is gone. I don't have to pull the plank out of my eye just to try to get the speck out of my brother's eye. And that goes away whenever you realize that whatever the smallest sin that you think you've committed is, total lie, little white lie maybe, compared to the horror of sin that maybe Adolf Hitler committed, or Charles Manson, or whoever it is, the rapist. All those people, when you realize in God's eyes, my little white lie is just as bad as all the stuff that they've committed. When you can truly grasp that, that's when you get a sense of having true mercy for humanity. When you can hold your sin accountable the same as everybody else's, that's when the burden of judging people goes away. And that's where true forgiveness comes in. Because when you can hold that sin, your smallest sin, against somebody's worst sin, and realize it's just as bad in God's eyes, and it's pretty easy to forgive somebody. Now, being humans that we are, and living in the society that we live in, do we judge people? Yeah, we judge people in society to try to make our society work as peaceful and pleasant as possible. Our justice is nothing compared to God's justice or His judgment. We take aspects out of the Bible and we try to adapt them to our everyday life. And that's not a bad thing. There's a reason the Ten Commandments used to hang in pretty much every courthouse in America. Slowly but surely, they're trying to get that removed. Understanding God's justice is something that Christians think they have to understand it to understand God. But what they're lacking is understanding God's mercy and His love. See, I think in the end, everybody's going to be judged and justice will be served. But God's mercy and love is what we tend to lose focus on. If if you have this mindset that people are going to be punished and tortured in hell forever and ever, where's mercy and love in that? Go back and read the rich man and Lazarus. And if you don't have a sense, just a little sense, a feeling, some kind of, I don't know if you want to call it pity, or maybe you want to see some mercy for the rich man. If you don't have that, maybe you're focused on justice just a little too much. You know, my viewpoint on God might be too much of the love and joy, but God's first miracle was done at a loving and joyful occasion. I named my tiki bar Last Call Lounge. Back then, during marriage celebrations or ceremonies, this one in the Bible says it lasted for, this was the third day, and typically they would last 7 days. Our wedding ceremonies only last maybe 2-3 hours at the max. They went 7 days. They were getting down to last call. They ran out of wine. Jesus could have walked away and went and performed a different miracle another day, but he chose to make water into wine. Why? I don't know. And I'm not saying this is your chance to go and run and sit in the bars all day long. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, try to look at the love and joy, and maybe not so much of the judgment. I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. May God bless you and send you love.